The only game to be played off camera was a game against Leicester City where we won 3-1. We scored really good team goals. Xavi Simons and Osimhen combining yet again, and Mason Mount scoring a spectacular volley. In terms of Group G, we are playing it really close right now. We are on the final game of the group, so we're about to play match day 6 against Rangers, who are third place. They are doing a bit better than Benfica, but a victory for them will definitely secure a spot in the Europa League. A draw with us probably will definitely help them out still. I think a defeat will put them in really hot water. And what was so critical about that win against Leicester City, that takes us now 2 points ahead of Manchester City, who dropped points against Brentford. They lost 1-0 in the away trip to the G-Tech Community Stadium. As for us, we won 3-1 against Leicester City, as you guys can see. It's definitely benefited us. 39 points on the table to their 37, so we're 2 points clear. Liverpool, we are 8 points ahead of them. On top of that, we are 9 points ahead of Arsenal. So the top 4 race is still wide open, and I think the title race is nowhere near done and dusted, especially when it comes to the likes of Man City. Speaking of Manchester City, we are going to be taking them on after this Rangers game on the 19th. We're going to be away from home at the Etihad, and to cap this episode off, yes, it's going to be a 3-game episode. We're going to be playing against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, so I think that's a good lineup of games. Top goal scorer in the Champions League, Victor Osimhen's only 2 goals behind the players that are on 6, so there's a lot of players that are joint first place, so I think that's 5 of them to be exact. So that's Openda, Trincao, Kvaratskhelia, Kutcher, and Van Aert. Some of these teams have played in the qualifying stages for the group phase, so that's probably why some of these players have a head start. There's a lot of players on the same amount of assists, so joint second is about, I would say about 7 players, 8 players. Joint second, and Gimaresh is a part of them with 3 assists in the Champions League. Clean sheets is something that we definitely need to work on. Only 1 clean sheet so far in Group G. It's actually terrible. I feel like Diogo Costa is being hard done by with poor defending so far this season. Statistically, Rangers, they're not doing too well. They've only had 3 goals throughout the competition. Coopers, Cifuentes, and Lammers. So really and truly, we should go on to beat them yet again in this group phase. And not to be cocky, Rangers in their last 5 games, they've won once, drawn once, and lost the other 3. So they're not in good form. They're not in great shape going into this match. We aren't going to rotate as well. We do need to get this over the line. I want to finish in top spot just so we get a better seeding for the knockout phase. Okay, so we've got match day 6 underway, the last game of Group G. I just hope that we don't drop points, because the last game against Atletico Madrid has definitely made things a lot harder than it needed to be. Now that Atletico only have Benfica in their way, we need to worry about dropping points against Rangers. Rangers are in better form than Benfica, so I assume they will be a tougher challenge. Nice 1-2 between Frimpong and Garnacho down the line. I thought that was going to reach Rashford. I'm surprised the keeper didn't get a hand to that. Gets past Lammers. Referee, man, come on, are you serious? You didn't even give an advantage for that. That's just ridiculous. Trust this engine to ignore clashes like that. There we go. Gimaresh. Going to play it in the gap. We find Marcus Rashford instead of Victor Osimhen. Osimhen returns it. Oh, I was trying to give that back to Rashford. Gimaresh. Garnacho. I tried to dink that over the top to Xavi Simons. I hate it when the ball doesn't find its actual intended target. Oh, well done, Xavi Simons. Simons got Garnacho in the gap. We find Garnacho, he's offside. 19 minutes gone. We are the more direct side. We are trying to play creative balls in behind. We are forcing them out from time to time. I feel like something's going to stick eventually. Raskin. Lammers. Back into Raskin. Zalazar. So a lot of possession for Rangers to have. Poor marking by Garnacho. He stops the cross though. Free kick given. All played in. Go on, deal with that. Costa can deal with that all day long. Meat and drink for him. Drop this ball, give it to Malacia. Come on, counter attack. Like, where is the options? Why is Rashford just jogging? This guy, he has no desire at all to play for the badge. We've got Malacia. See, where's Rashford? No overlap and run in that sequence. Gimaresh. Gonna go ultra attacking now. It's like these guys have no sort of determination to get into key attacking areas. Zaire Emery drew that into Osimhen. Marcus Rashford, we're going with the patient approach now. Might get us somewhere. Victor Osimhen, gonna try to get the shot off. Oh, my God. Thomas puts a block in. Zalazar, Lammers, well done. Our midfield's making it really tight and congested for them to play football. Rashford gives it to Gimarej. We've got Malacia overlapping. Victor Osimhen gonna give it to Xavi Simons, who finds the bottom left corner. It was a well-worked goal. It was really patient. Wasn't as aggressive as you would have thought. We kind of just passed our way into the box, and Xavi Simons just passes it into the bottom left corner. Danilo. Well done, Lisandro Martinez. He's actually been a rock since returning to the first 11. Rashford. Great determination from the Englishman. The two-time Ballon d'Or winner's through on goal. The two-time Ballon d'Or winner has an option to play it into Osimhen. He plays it into Osimhen. It's a simple tap-in. I thought the defender was going to get to it first. But the Nigerian Nightmare taps it in. I think that's his, if I'm correct, that's his 5th goal in the Champions League. As per usual, Victor Osimhen just doesn't know how to stop scoring. He's always in the right place at the right time. And it was an unselfish bit of play from Marcus Rashford in the first half to help us double the lead at the end. Rangers, they're going to look to try half the deficit as early as possible. So we need to make sure the typical thing doesn't happen where we allow the opposition to get on top of us early on. Tavernier, ball goes in, get it out. Well done, Frimpong. Going to turn with Xavi Simons. Got Victor Osimhen as the only option getting forward. Going to play over the top. Is he going to run onto that? The defender makes a mistake. Osimhen, left foot strike. Murphy makes the save. Rashford crosses this one in. Cleared up by Coopers. Zaire Emery into Garnacho. Going to try to play it centrally. Osimhen with the header. It's on target. Murphy gets a right hand to it. It's cleared away by Tavernier. Raskin. Hadji. Raskin on the ball. Back heels into Hadji. Well done, Martinez. He's there. It's been a rock at the back. Right next to Tapsuba. Frimpong. It's got Garnacho overlapping. We're going to play up the line. Garnacho makes a lovely run. Back post. We're aiming for Adeyemi. Adeyemi on the end of the volley. Makes it free. Get the ball under control. Kobe Mainu. Going to go central with the CDM. Throw that to the left. The Doji. Turns. Mainu. Got Garnacho going to slip in. Frimpong. Frimpong. Tries to dink it in. It did take a deflection. I was aiming for Adeyemi. There it goes. Gimarej dinks it over the top. Cleared away. 79 minutes on the clock. Free kick given to us. Bruno Fernandes is probably going to have a bit of whip behind this one. Ball goes in. Go on, Adeyemi. It's on target again. Murphy's really good at getting low, getting a hand to headers or close range shots in general. Another look at that. It should be 4-0 right now. Danilo trying to get away from Lisandro Martinez. So only got support from Dakar. Good tackle there by Tapsuba. Danilo nicks the ball in the end. What's going to happen from this last attack? Well done, Lisandro Martinez. He's been all over the gaff, stopping balls from getting in behind, getting in the way of any goal scoring opportunity. And we've won 3-0. We've won 3-0. We've claimed the top spot. I wonder if Atletico did well in their final game. Let's see if we've got a bit of a point gap between the two sides at the very top of Group G. We haven't dominated in possession. Rangers did a bit of that when it came to possession, 52% to our 48%. Expected goals, 3.50 for them. They didn't create any goal scoring opportunities that were clear cut at all. Like I said, Martinez was good at snuffing out any balls in behind. Same with Frimpong. Looks like we're finishing Group G level on points of Atletico Madrid as they did smash Benfica 4-0. Yeah, it's a bit obvious who's gone through. Benfica's completely out of Europe. Rangers, they're through to the Europa League now. They've been knocked out to the second tier of European football, and it's just going to be Atletico Madrid and Manchester United proceeding to the knockout phase to make sure Osimhen is available for the Manchester derby. We don't want any key faces out. We want to start off with a really strong squad, or as strong as squad as possible. Let's see if we can actually get some of these guys match sharp. Match fit. Okay, so that's settled with Wisdom Ali's contract. We've now extended his contract to 3 seasons. He's now on 32k per week. So Matthew Martin is now in the bag. We've extended his contract by 4 years. You guys already know the wages he's on. So that leaves us with only 2 players with 6 months remaining on their contract. Those 2 players are Mateus Maru and Felipe Lopez. We still don't know what we want to do with Lopez, but Maru, we have listed him for transfer because we don't really have any idea of what we're going to do with him for the final season. As you guys already know, you guys have completely blown the votes out of the park when it comes to starting a new save with Manchester United. So this is definitely going to be the final season, and I don't think he can contribute. So we can sell him in January, make profit on him. That'll be good. With Lopez, we could probably try to loan him out, but we can wash our hands with him. We do have players in his position. Not that it matters. We do have players in his position that could probably take over once he leaves. Okay, now we're going to turn our attentions to the crucial clash. Manchester United versus Manchester City. Here's a great opportunity to go 5 points clear on top of the table. And the things with Manchester City, they're getting goals from every part of the pitch. As you guys can see, the top goal scorer is Phil Foden. This is just in the Premier League, by the way. After that, it's Carlos Forbes. I've not heard of that lad before. You got Erling Haaland with 5 goals and 4 assists. So there's quite a lot of contributors in the side of Manchester City currently. Got a well put together squad. I still think on paper we are the better side, especially when it comes to the midfield battle and the defensive line as well. I think I back my defensive line over theirs any day. A few alterations to last match's side. As you guys can see, Adoji, he comes in for the likes of Malacia. Is there any other changes that I've noticed? I think that's about it really. Lisandro Martinez continues to start at the back with Tapsuba, Frimpong and Diogo Costa. We also have Zai Emery in the midfield, Guimaraes and Xavi Simons. I feel like the final third is a really good. Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, and Osimhen down the middle. Again, I didn't mention this before, but again, I think my final third beats Manchester City's as well. So all together on paper, we should be beating them. Okay, we're live at the Etihad. It's not as loud as we come to expect. Normally, I can barely hear myself think at the start of the Manchester derby, and then it starts to get silent because of what's happening in the game. Let's keep it at this volume or give the away fans something to scream and shout about. Take over the Etihad. Let's go. Let's get forward early. Zai Emery, Xavi Simons, Garnacho. Got overlap and run from Frimpong. Going to play it centrally. Ball played into Guimaraes. Early save for Ederson to make. Garnacho puts the ball into the box. Header from Martinez. And again, Ederson can deal with the pressure. Man City's defence aren't dealing with it well enough though. Getting 3 shots off. Win the ball back right away. Martinez to Tapsuba. I've asked Guimaraes to come short and he's still standing there. Oh, this is a nightmare. Fekir. Oh, what a save. What a save by Diogo Costa. I thought Frimpong successfully blocked the shot. Doji sends Fekir. We go Rashford up the line. Referee, just please book this guy when we stop play. Guimaraes, that's the slowest McGeady spin I've ever performed in this save. Wow. Goulet finds Haaland in the gap. Erling Haaland plays it centrally. Mazraoui returns it. Haaland gets a shot off. I knew he was going to do something dodgy. Weren't going to allow him to get that on target. Xavi Simons gives it to Osimhen in the gap. We've got an overlap run on the inside. Garnacho. Rashford gets a shot off. Doesn't hit the target. He was more central than anybody else. I thought he was going to hit the target at least. Rashford. Oh, come on, do better than that. Adoji Fekir into Forbes. It's gone central to Goulet. Goulet gets a shot off and come on, Diogo Costa, man. You don't need to do that. Like, he could catch that. It's an unnecessary corner to concede. It's just piling on more pressure. It's taken short. Forbes. Just show him to the byline. Mazraoui. No. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. Just keep getting shots off. It's irritating. The man marking is just shocking right now. Come on, deal with that. Also comfortably catches that. We're going to throw it out to the right. Barely any zing behind that throw. It slowed us down a bit. Garnacho can turn. But Ruben Diaz trying to cut across. Garnacho gives it to Osimhen. We're going to play it centrally. Referee, come on. From behind, man. These guys are taking huge risks. And you blow the whistle for that. This is just shocking refereeing. It's shocking refereeing. I can't believe that. That's all they're doing. It's just passing it around the back. Thank you, Zay Emery. Oh, come on. Let's make them pay. There's no one central to help us out, option-wise. Go on. Aiming for Rashford. Keeps under-hitting my passes and aiming for the wrong guys. It's just useless. Absolutely useless. Some will say it's not worth a try, but who cares? Marcus Rashford to step up to take this. 37 minutes on the clock. Rashford gets up and over. Test out Edison. Get a corner kick. It's not been an easy battle. It's not been an easy back and forth. But I feel like we've been the side that's creating more chances in their half, in their final third. But in terms of possession, Manchester City, they are dominating and they seem to be the more comfortable side, passing it around. Come on, and it's just aiming passes to the wrong characters now. And that's what's caused us problems in the first half. Go on, Gimenez get the shot off first time. I don't know why he's taking it down and it's locked him off. Well done, Tapsuba puts his head in. Oh, come on, man. Like, he just reacts to the offside trap so late, man. So late. It's just so irritating. So irritating. Like, Tapsuba should have been doing it like that. I could tell that he was trying to pass the ball to Haaland. Like, but I know I couldn't have stopped him with Lisandro Martinez. I couldn't have tracked him Martinez. Tapsuba would have taken so long to turn and track the run. Offside trap was literally the only option, and this guy has just butchered it. This is the part where RemelHD gets triggered. Come on, like, this is what I mean about Tapsuba sometimes. Come on, man. There's no way. There's no way he's bullying his way through. Go on, Rashford. Adeyemi. Just make a straight run, like. Oh, there we go. Rashford in the gap. Marcus Rashford. Make it 1-1. There we go. Back in the game. 68th minute. Marcus Rashford has leveled the playing field now. Just slipped the ball in behind with Adeyemi. I didn't expect Rashford to actually get his head up and make the run. I thought he was just going to continue to light trot and just jog around like he's been doing throughout this episode. Ball in behind. We're alert to that. Deal with that. Fantastic stuff. 2 minutes to go. Come on, let's hit them on the break. It seems like that's the only opportunity we have. Garnacho shield the frickin' ball, man. Look here. Long shot. Diogo Costa doesn't need to do that. I'm happy that he stopped the shot, but he doesn't need to do that. It's all the parrying that gets under my skin this season. He's doing a lot of parrying right now. It's like Onana has taken over his body, his mind, body, and soul. We've drawn 1-1 at the Etihad. It's been a shocking performance getting forward. I did fancy us going into this game, especially the fact that we were 2 points ahead, so we had the momentum in our corner, in our favour. But yeah, another lethargic performance. Defensively, we weren't too bad, but a bit of miscommunication cost us a goal scoring opportunity, which Erling Haaland took full advantage over. But as you guys can see, it could have gone either way. 1.4 XG to our 1.7. We did control possession for majority of the game, but I feel like in the back end of the first half and the start of the second half, we were non-existent. The passing was just poor. When it comes to performers, Marcus Rashford is obviously the top performer because he got the goal. But as you guys can see, a lot of passengers. 6.9. Anything above 6.5 isn't bad, but I feel like some of these ratings are a lot more generous than it needs to be. I did say games aren't won and drawn on paper. You have to play the actual game, see how your players play on the day, and we did not impose ourselves at all. We failed to actually combine passes together in the final third. We failed to actually put a lot of chances away early on in the game. We could have actually buried them 2-3-0 before they even got a goal scoring opportunity themselves. We got more dilemmas now. So Victor Osimhen's angry about being subbed off when he actually didn't really do too much in the second half to suggest that he needed more time on the pitch. As soon as Adeyemi came on, he grabbed himself an assist. And more inboxes. Mason Mount feels like he should be starting against his former club, which isn't a bad shout because we do have a lot of players that are going to be out due to poor fitness. So this is what's left in the Carabao Cup. Man United, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Arsenal, Huddersfield, Aston Villa and Chelsea. So I feel like these two big clashes will definitely get rid of a chance of playing a big side in the final and the semi-finals is actually going to be narrowed down to two big sides and two other sides that are quite mediocre. So let's see how this competition pans out. I did say we are going to have to rotate a bit due to fitness. Hopefully Chelsea don't take full advantage by fielding a better squad and taking control over the game. In the competition itself, they are flying high when it comes to goal involvements. Jadon Sancho is their top goal scorer, their top goal contributor as well. 4 goals in 2 games. Look at the exhaustion in the side. We're going to give Rasmus Højlund a start from the bench. Rasmus Højlund hasn't been getting a look in. I feel like he's one of the players that don't suit my system, but he's so good that he actually stacks up and racks up goals himself. So I think that's the only issue I'm having with Højlund. Like, it's obvious that he doesn't suit my system, especially when we're trying to link up and build out from the back. And I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, especially when all 3 of them are scoring goals and they're in decent form. I'm trying to find Euro. There we go. So we're going to have Euro and Tomori at the back together. Max Coleman might get a debut. We've got Malacia starting as well. We've got Delos starting. There's a lot of changes to be made in the starting 11. Okay, let's get underway. We're live from Old Trafford for this quarter-final encounter between Manchester United and Chelsea. I feel like this is going to be end-to-end stuff, an entertaining game. I just hope some of the fringe players don't let us down. Travelling down the left-hand side with the ball, shielding it as well from Delo. Brave dribbles from the Ukrainian, Gillette into Agudelo. One better than this. And Kunku gets a shot off, well done, Euro. Go back to keeper. Right in there, first touch was a bit dodgy there. The referee's going to pull everything back for handball. I'm tired of these stupid animations, man. Doesn't happen to the opposition, so why do my players feel the need to swing an arm when they're taking the ball down? These guys are delaying everything. Like, that pass from Euro was so suspect. Mason Mount is running away. Like, no support in the midfield. It's like when we rotate too often, the IQ just drops severely. Throw that out to Wisdom Alley. We'll get a bit of Gillette. You should be. Flair passing to Enzo Fernandez. Agudelo. Well done, Euro standing his ground. Not allowing the forward to get past him. It's getting annoying out here. Referee, man, come on. Are you freaking serious now? No, I'm done with this game. They're doing it on purpose. There's no way that's not a foul. And we're turning back to our goalkeeper. Imagine if that turned into a goal-scoring opportunity. I would have just turned off this whole console. This episode would have got delayed by a whole day. Because I'm not sitting here and allowing the referee to mug me off like that. Oh, well done, Euro. He carries the ball the whole way. Mason Mount, come on, pass it to Adeyemi. This game is cheating now, man. I clearly aimed it for Adeyemi. There's no way. There is no way. You can't do this for another episode. I'm aiming it to Adeyemi right here. Right here, Adeyemi should get a squared pass, and it's not going to show the line. Shocking first half. That's all I've got to say. Shocking first half, and we don't have many options to jazz things up. So what we're going to do, Rasmus Højlund is on. We're going to take a Wisdom Alley. He's not doing enough in my eyes. Malacia is irritating me, so we're going to take him off. I don't care if there's a massive dip in the overall. He's just irritating. Has had clear opportunities to run down our right-hand side. Delo's not really done much. Put a foot in aggressively and get the ball back. And this is all Chelsea are going to do. They're just going to run, shield the ball. Come on, put a foot in now, man. Mason Mount steps up. One ball forward. Rasmus Højlund, get in your stride. Rasmus Højlund, just smash it in. 1-0. I'm clearly fed up. With what I've seen in the first half from my players. And Rasmus Højlund's come on to actually salvage something. Mudryk. Acres of space again. To him, this is acres because all he has to do is just strafe dribble, and he's got Delo where he wants him. Karim Adeyemi. Gillette. Just close this off the angles. It's just so frustrating right now. How many times have I used the word frustrating in this episode? Take a shot. Oh, there we go. Højlund intercepts. Elliot Myers. Why is Mount still running? Just come short so someone else can overlap. Like, why? What's the point of me having a pad in my hand? I tap R1 for someone to come short. Mason Mount just completely ignores it and just continues running as if he's got legs on him. Like, bro, you haven't got legs. You're the equivalent of Juan Mata. Just stay central and play the ball in behind, not be the guy to make the runs. And Kunku just going to get in the gap. He got in the gap. Chakwu with the shot. Euro with the block. Lemnomond gives it to Enzo Fernandez. And Kunku outside the box again, buying there, called into action. Tamori's there to sweep up. Come on. It's been a nerve-wracking performance, if I'm honest with you. It's not been as comfortable as I was hoping it would be. Fernandez spreads play to the left. Herrera finds Myers in the gap. Come on, release the ball. Release the ball. Like, why is it when you accelerate, you can't have an extra input? You can't accelerate and pass. You have to accelerate, wait, pass. Look at the possession, man. It's because of all these weird, clunky animations. We're going to have to take risks. Players are getting leggy. Players are getting tired. So it's majority youth and fringe players on the field right now. Max Coleman and Evaristo Marin and Matthew Martin. They're making their way on the field. Evaristo Marin's making his debut. It's his first team debut, playing in such a clash. He's going to be playing as the number 6, replacing Kobe Mainu. Okay, we're going to have to go defensive now because I don't have too much faith in the abilities of the players that are currently on the field. So we need to make sure. Oh, Sancho's thrown goal. What a save by Bayern there. We have to make sure that we're not giving up too many goal scoring opportunities. Look what that means to Max Coleman and Bayern there. It was shocking defending in the end. Sancho shouldn't be getting a free shot like that. Slow motion animations. Gonna go ultra defensive for the final 10 minutes. These players are just too spaced apart. I don't understand why. Max Coleman plays a squared ball to the left. Herrera, Martin, in turn, gives it to Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund, he's an option, finds the low outright. Gonna back heel it into Adiemi. Adiemi surfs through the crowd. Martin slips in behind. Myers, what a goal, what a goal. That was really patient, definitely against the run of play. Myers has put the game to bed. I'm surprised the crowd hasn't gone crazy, the players haven't gone crazy. We just confirmed potentially a spot in the semi-finals. I feel like these players, these youth players, have played way better than the original first team players that are on the pitch. Because look how we calmly make our way through the crowd. We wasn't doing that before. And look at that smart run, peeling off Lemond, the Chelsea captain. But it ends here. I welcome the ending. 2-0 is the scoreline at Old Trafford. We're through to the semi-finals yet again, back-to-back seasons. We find a way to proceed into in these cup competitions. Domestically, we seem to be untouched. When it comes to Europe, we seem to be untouched as well. And I want to continue. I want to continue to obliterate sides, do a clean sweep, see if we can do the quadruple back-to-back seasons. It seems like the kids and Rasmus Højlund have stepped up against Chelsea. Look at the stats, completely dominated, 0.8 to their 2. I did say it was a shocking performance, 46% possession only. When it came to shots, we only had 2 shots and both of them went in. Performance-wise, Bayern there, obviously man of the match, made crucial saves in the first and the second half. He finished with an 8.2 match rating. Euro 7.9, 7.3 from Martin. You've made it count when it mattered. 1-2-0. It wasn't a good performance, like I mentioned countless of times. I don't know what it is about these players and just finding ways to win without deserving to. Let's check the statistics. As you guys can see, 22 appearances for Osimhen, 21 goals and 9 assists. So that's 30 goal involvements and in 22 appearances. And he's got an average rating of 7.79, which is really good. We've got 14 goal involvements from Rasmus Højlund in 18 games. Adiemi's creeping up a bit. He's also got 14 goals to his tally. Xavi Simons continues to do well, 8 goals, 9 assists. So that's 17 goal involvements. Bruno Fernandes isn't too far behind. Despite our criticism, he's still keeping up when it comes to the numbers. Same with Marcus Rashford. Mason Mount is slowly creeping up, and he's not really getting a look in. He's got an average rating of 7.29. He's not up for sale anymore, but he's not getting as many matches as possible. His playing time is a concern for him, and so is his contract. And there's no player in particular that we want to go in for. Someone asked a couple episodes back, let's take a look at the Ronaldo region. I'm going to assume that this is the Ronaldo region, Goncalo Pereira, unless he's someone else's region. But right now his overall is 87. He is a striker, so he's not really on the agenda because we've got ADM, we signed him this season. We also have Moises Caicedo. He just joined Napoli. We could have used him as an option to go in for a CDM. We have Mael Moulin. Who knows? We could probably bolster the squad in January. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because we, like I said multiple times, you guys have voted for a new save, and that's what you're gonna get come the end of the season. So we could potentially just have a bit of fun in January, bring in an extra player just to make things a lot easier, a lot harder when it comes to selection. Because right now I am finding it difficult to find players that I can trust to play into the, to move into the starting 11, especially when we've got a lot of injuries to certain individuals. Tonali is a huge miss. I'm not too sure Zaire Emery is completely ready for first team football at this current moment in time. Obviously he's a first team player, but week in week out I'm not too sure. Okay, so what you guys should come to expect for the next episode. So we are going to play those two games off camera. We're going to have Chelsea, Tottenham and West Ham. I'm surprised that they haven't done the draw. Oh, they have done the draw for the FA Cup. So they need to do the draw for the Carabao Cup. That's what we're waiting for. So I guess that'll be a surprise in the next episode. But we should definitely be playing Chelsea in the league. Definitely be playing Tottenham in the FA Cup third round. It's a harsh tie to have at the start of a cup competition. But yeah, if you made it this far, smash the like button, sub to the channel if you are new, and also hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live, premiere video or upload one. I'd like to thank you guys for showing support for the series so far, and keep leaving suggestions in the comment section below because they do help. When it comes to series though, I'm not going to start a new series because I'm struggling to consistently upload the current one. So people that are suggesting Dortmund, Barcelona, any other type of rebuild, we're not going to be doing that. But it is nice to see that you guys have different ideas, different ways to jazz up the content a bit. It's just that it's a bit too much to juggle right now. So we're going to just focus on Man United, Sunderland and the player career mode for now. And yeah, I need to figure out how we're going to do the new Man United save on top of releasing the other two series. So I don't want to add too much in the mix and water down the content. I am really enjoying recording the current series that we have going on, and I don't want to add a fourth one that could potentially make me jaded. But yeah, hopefully we do find some sort of consistent pattern, and I'd like to thank you guys for also wishing me well, because I have not been well the last couple of weeks. I would say not even days, it's actually lasted weeks. It's on and off, hence why I've been uploading sporadically more often than not. Usually I upload sporadically from time to time, but I think like this is probably the longest period where I haven't uploaded consistently or had some sort of pattern. But yeah, I think that's it for the waffle now. I feel like it's gonna run over time, so hopefully I see you guys for episode 43. Take care for now.